Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the darts class. Here is this week's ups and downs. We've probably gone just about over a week since my last episode of Ups and Downs, but loads and loads has happened in the world of darts. So let's have a look at what gets an up and what gets a down. We are starting with the biggest down that we've had so far in this series. And it's going to be the Premier League, Night 2 in Glasgow, the whistling in the crowd. If you're interested in darts, which I assume you are, you're watching this video, I'm sure you are in the camp of not understanding what people are doing. They're paying good money to go and watch the best in the world do what they do best, and they're trying to put them off.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
I can't fathom it. I know the PDC has long championed a night at the darts. They aren't necessarily that bothered whether the people viewing it are purists, really love the darts. They want to get them through the door. They want them to be spending money at the venue, which is fair enough. It is a commercial business and they have to earn money. But when it becomes to a detriment to the product, you might start seeing issues. This is not picking on Glasgow, although Glasgow, you guys haven't got the best history when it comes to crowd behaviour, but it happens everywhere. It happens at Ali Pali, it happens at the majority of TV events now. So it is part and parcel of it, and the players, 90% of the time, they won't pay as much attention to it as they might. They might be told backstage, let's not rock the boat too much. At the end of the day, the commercial profit that the fans bring in, as well as the TV revenue, is what gives these players amazing prize money. So they don't want to bite the hand that feeds them. But we reached tipping point on Thursday, and every so often this does happen. When a crowd gets too vociferous and putting off both players, certainly one. We've had the instance before where people will criticise referees for not addressing the crowd, and we saw on Thursday just why they didn't do it. Whatever you might think of Kirk Bevins, I know Darts Twitter has their own opinions of him.
But I am telling you right now, that back there is not real, and you can.
He did attempt to quieten the crowd down in Thursday's final with Littler and Humphreys, and it just ignited it more. The PDC have released a statement on this occasion, and I did put a post on Twitter parodying it somewhat, that it seemed a little bit like now Luke Littler and Luke Humphreys are upset by it, they're wanting to do something, and it has been an ongoing problem for a while, but they have released a statement obviously saying what they condone and don't condone as crowd behaviour. I don't think it's anywhere near as forthright as it should be. The language in it is very much, don't do it, you might get kicked out, but you probably won't. So that's, before I waffle on for too long, that's just a big down. We don't want to see the two best players in the world going head to head and being put off by anything, especially a bunch of idiots in the crowd. So normalise reporting them. If you go to the darts, you're not a snide, you're not a snitch, you're not a grass. If somebody is behaving like an absolute tool and trying to put the players off, not just having a good time, then report them. Get them kicked out. Got no time for them. See you later.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Hey,
We had the first 2 rounds of Players' Championship since I did the last ups and downs. We've also had event 3, which Chris Dobie came on top of, and as I'm recording this, we're at the semi-final stage of event number 4. So our ups and downs for Players' Championship so far. We'll start with an up. I gave him a down in last week. Gerwyn Price, really showing signs of being back to his best. He did it on the Premier League on Thursday, put in some good performances, and he also smashed through Players' Championship 2. So fair play to him. He has bounced back. He is trying to prove the haters wrong, that he's going to have a really good year, so fair play. A down from the Players' Championship is Michael Smith. He got a down in last week's video as well. Not any of his doing. We know now he has an injury issue, but as of the time of recording this, 3 Players Championship events in, and as a seeded player, he is yet to win a game. So hoping Bully Boy gets back to full fitness soon, but getting it down this week, I'm afraid, Mike. Joining the downs, Mike DeDecker. He's been vocal about the Premier League selection policy, had a poor start to the season, so Mike's going to be looking out for a win. A big up from this week's darts is the return of the Women's Series. Bo Greaves made her debut in the Players Championship last week, winning a game against Josh Rock with 103 average, so proving my point in my last video, she's going to be the one who really breaks the glass ceiling, and she's going to be on tour before you know it, I'm sure. She's still only 21. So well done, Bo, on that. But that took us nicely into the first 4 Women's Series events of the years. And really nice to see a spread of winners. We had Bo, we had Fallon, Lisa Ashton. It was a really good list of players that were getting to finals, getting to semi-finals. I gave a shout out on Twitter to Gemma Hayter, who has been playing really well recently. And that culminated in a Players Championship final for her this week, where she averaged 93, losing out in the last leg decided to Bo Greaves, who, I will say it, Bo Greaves is the best female player we have ever seen. Trina Gulliver, brilliant, her consistency, but she didn't have the competition that Bo has. So fair play to Gemma, showing that Bo and Fallon and Lisa aren't the only female darts players who can throw in those higher averages and really be a contender in these tournaments. And my favourite darts up of the week is the confirmed return of Adrian Lewis. I got into darts 2008, 2009, just as Adrian Lewis was really starting his ascendancy, and he was my favourite player. And I know there are a lot of people that got into darts around the same time as me, really like him as a player. He's entertaining, fast-paced, not without controversy, and a guy who knows how to get it done on the big stage. So he has confirmed he will be entering the Modus Super Series later on this year, hopefully with a view of going back to Q School at the close of the year and getting his tour card, which I'm pretty sure, as long as he's playing half decent, he will get back relatively easily. Nothing is guaranteed in Q School, but you would have thought that Adrian Lewis has got a great chance of getting his card back. But it was fantastic to see him at the event, promoting the Super Series, along with a number of other big names, including some of the best darts YouTubers and content creators out there. So if you don't follow any of them already, you're doing it wrong. You shouldn't be following me and not following the likes of these guys. Any of these here, you should be following if you like your darts content. So go and give them a follow, they'll get an up. Adrian Lewis's return gets an up. If I've missed any ups and downs from this week, let me know. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the Darts Class.